Hi, this is Martha Chapman, and I'm back with some more good food for our eyes, for our ears, and for our souls. As I'm sitting here and I'm reading, and I'm intrigued with what I'm reading, this is something that's needed. This is something that normally isn't said enough, but it's needed to be said right now. There is worthiness in you. And even though someone may not see your worth, and even though somebody may not see your potential, does not necessarily mean it doesn't exist. So I'm reading about David. Now, David had a lot of brothers. And as Samuel was instructed to find who God wanted to lead, he was told about Jesse, who was David's father, and he was told, go and see who's next, and it's one of Jesse's sons. And as Jesse is watching the selection, and he's bringing forth each son, and Samuel continues to say, no. And he asks, is there another son? Now keep in mind, David was ruddy and he was tending sheep. Didn't look like much, but when he stepped to Samuel got word from God. Yeah, that's the one. Anoint him. Let's talk about the underdog. You may not be the one that's running to the front. You may be the hardest worker on your job, but never recognized. You may be up for a promotion, but keep getting overlooked. But let me tell you something. When it's your time, can nobody stop it or block it. God will ordain and he will demand your time in this life, and can nobody stop that. When it's time for God to put his hand on you, can nobody stop that. And so as I'm reading this, I'm reminding myself that he was counted totally out, but God counted him totally in. Now, you may say, well, how long is it going to take for me to be recognized? My answer to you is stay in position and don't change a thing, because when God has the right time and the right moment to propel you, that's exactly what he's going to do. That's exactly what he's going to do. And sometimes life can get to a point where one gets discouraged and one wants to give up and one wants to have, if you allow me to say, a pity party. And I say, go ahead and have all of those, because we're human. Just don't stay there. Self-talk yourself out of it. David didn't know that he was going to be the next king. David was tending sheep. David was doing his regular day, and a blessing was coming through someone else to anoint him. David didn't ask for it. The moral to the story is, you keep doing what you're doing. God has already ordained your step and the person that he chooses to use to propel you forward. All you have to do is continue to do what you're doing, especially if it's pleasing in God's sight. So I'm going to read a small parable from 1 Samuel chapter 16, verses 12, and we'll stop there. Now let's go 12 and 13. Here we go. So Jesse sent for him, because at this point Samuel is asking, is there any more sons? So Jesse sent for him, which is David. He was ruddy and handsome with pleasant eyes. And the Lord said, this is the one, anoint him. So as David stood there among his brothers, Samuel took the olive oil he had brought and poured it on David's head. And the Spirit of the Lord came mightily upon him from that day on. Then Samuel returned to Ramah. So Samuel came to do what he was assigned to do. And he anointed David with olive oil. And immediately the shift and transition of the Holy Spirit took place in David. It happened suddenly. It happened right then and there. It happened in the moment. That's how God can move in your life. You can be down today and up today. David didn't even know the blessing was coming. David didn't even know what was going on. David was tending sheep. And in the snap of a finger, and in the blink of an eye, he became king. You are not being overlooked. And you are not being mistreated. You are where you need to be. And when God is ready to use you, God will use you. I leave you with this. It may not look like it's going to change for you. It may not look like change is coming, but God is working. And when God is silent, God is working. So be encouraged and stay in position for your blessing, because it's on the way. And when it's coming for you, hear me when I say this. It's for you and only you. It has your name on it. And it's coming. The blessing is coming for you. So be blessed by this word. Know that you did not hear it by accident. Everyone has an assignment, and everyone strategically will be used by God. How God tends to use one is God's decision. Just stay in position and get ready for your assignment, because it's coming. Be blessed by this word. May it encourage you in a whole different light. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And click the link for coaching sessions, because they're now available. Please share this word and be blessed by it. Until next time, keep shining.